ask you, how did the video game help you to be on the Billboard Hot 100 chart?
Yeah, video games did more than help me. I've been playing video games since I can remember, but I've been playing the game Fortnite since it came out in 2017. Um, and I was progressing through that game, trying to become a professional in that space to make the most amount of money possible, doing tournaments, YouTube, streaming, anything that I possibly could. But I would always get my YouTube videos copyright striked because I would put mainstream music in my videos to complement the background. Um, so I cried to my mom about it several times. And one time she was just like, make your own music then if you're worried about it. The next day, I just, without even hesitating, I was like, yo, how do I make music on iPhone? I looked it up. An app called BandLab came up. And then the next day, I made my first song, which is called Runaway, still up right now. And then a couple weeks later, I made my second song, You and I, which I put in a Fortnite montage. And then it blew up. Only in Fortnite for a little bit. It was like I was a Fortnite artist, they used to call me. Other people using it in their videos, it was getting like algorithm too. So whenever you use my song, your video would get more views on YouTube. And then it kind of broke out of that. It was like getting traction on Twitter and Instagram. And I kept doing that, just like scoring my own compilations and my own videos. And then I moved on to TikTok. After I kind of saw a little potential, I was like, okay, I'm just doing this for Fortnite right now. I don't want to make anything out of it yet, but let me just throw some snippets on TikTok. And then I actually was using TikTok as like a fun way to grow a gimmick account. I was like the Alvin and the Chipmunks guy for a couple of months. I was making covers to songs and then adding like a chipmunk effect on it, like speeding up, pitching up the audio. And then I used that platform that I gained. I gained about like what, 200,000 followers off of that, and then used that to promote my original music. And then that's the point where it took off. And now we're here.
No, I love this history because a lot of parents ask their kids to stop playing video games, but your mom actually encouraged you to become the artist that you are today, right?
Yeah, she literally
Your
made
mom
everything.
did
Yeah.
everything. Your mom was incredible. You started making music in your sister's closet. I saw it, and just to keep playing your video game without getting striked in your videos, like you said. Today, you sold out shows not only in the US but in London and Canada, and France it's almost there. And how do you feel about it?
It's amazing. I mean, just the fact that I'm able to perform and I don't feel like I'm performing at people, I'm performing with them and just have them be a part of the experience and like perform the songs with me and they know the lyrics and they know the songs and they're feeling the vibe and we're energy's going back and forth. It's not a dull moment in between songs or I feel like it's not being resonated. But yeah, I mean, it's just a real experience so far just to be on stage and to do what I love to do.
That's incredible. It must be crazy to think about it all because it was so fast. Like you started and
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even the fact of being homeschooled for 4 years and then having this and then meeting so many people at the same time. It was an adjustment, but I feel like it was a much needed adjustment because I was just like bored out of my mind for 4 years straight and then having something to stimulate my brain and just having to go. It's just like that's the part of my life that I was missing in homeschool was just like the fact that I needed something to focus energy towards, and not be idle all the time. So it's great.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're only 17. I want to talk about your inspirations for making music. Where does that come from? Your
It
inspiration?
comes from everywhere. I've been writing poetry since I was in fifth grade, so lyrically, that is the part of my brain that I use the most. Is like the writer, the storyteller side, the empathetic side, and then sound wise, I didn't grow up listening to secular music like that. It was like gospel and instrumental and classical music till I was 13 years old. But then in the Fortnite montage, I heard Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood. That was like one of the first indie songs I really heard. And then I found a lot of bands like Paramore, The Wallows, Dayglow, and a lot of bands like that. And I gravitated to like the guitar sound. And I feel like that really shaped my view of music for when I actually started making it, even if it was years later. That really clicked for me was like the melody of guitar rather than like drums. So that's why my first couple tracks are really guitar driven and vocally present in the fact that I wasn't really singing, but I felt like I was speaking, which I felt like resonated a lot because um, you felt like you could have made that song yourself, which I pride myself on doing. To have people feel like they connect to the music on such a personal level that they could have made that song in their own lives. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that you put yourself you put yourself in someone else's place, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like myself listening to your song. I think I could write it. No, I
Mhm.
could write it. But I think I could live it.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
Yeah, I saw that Here With Me was inspired by a Disney movie.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me that. Explain it, please. I
Yeah,
love
it's
it.
like
Disney movie is something so sweet, and you, I don't know.
it is. Disney movies, like they transcend time itself. I mean, there's like so many classics, and I have all of them on Blu-ray and DVD. So it's like I had them easily accessible to me, and Up was my favorite one for as long as I can remember. And I would watch it at least 4 times a day growing up. And then I watched it for the 4,000th time while just in passing. I was scrolling on my phone, watching the movie in the background. And then I see the compilation, like the little montage of like Ellie and Carl's progressing through life until she has the miscarriage and then she dies and then Carl's alone. And I was like, this feels like an incomplete story that they just threw in the middle of the movie. And I felt such an attachment to this relationship that they had and not being able to grow old with each other. So I was like, okay, let me just fix it. Not fix it, but let me add my own spin on it. And then I hopped in the closet, got to work, started writing, and I finished the story that they left behind in that movie and had them grow old together and die together and live their entire life up until to that point. So
I love it. I love it. And finally, what is your goal for 2023?
to make the best music possible and to execute this vision that I have for these visuals and projects and just like different creative experiences and bring it all together. I feel like I have a lot of things on my mind that I want to execute, but then making it all come together as one is hard because everything is so different, man. It's like, but yeah, I just want to give the listeners and the audience the best experience possible, musically, visually, sonically, and everything. So just to create the best experience for the listeners. That 2023 is audience driven. This is not about me. This is about the audience. So yeah, to give them the best experience possible this year.
A question: will be there more songs or games?
Ooh, both, both. I'm getting back into streaming. You're gonna see me a lot playing video games. You'll see me a lot making music on stream. You'll see me doing a whole bunch of stuff in that space as much as the music. So I'm excited for both.
But will you have time for this?
Most definitely. I mean, like I'm making songs in the middle of like Fortnite matches now. I remember I wrote Worthless was literally like in the middle of a gaming session. I was playing Fortnite and the song came to mind and I hopped in the closet and then it was like that's how it came out. So yeah, it's always so you can make time for both for sure. Hmm.
Perfect. And oh, for me, oh my God, it's almost done. So I want to leave a message for your Brazilian fans because you're growing here, and I wish you so much luck in your
Thank
career.
you so much.
Just leave a message for us, please, with all your love.
I would say thank you so much, Brazil, for the inspiration and just the love and the support from your end. And I would say if anybody has any dreams over there that they think they can't reach, it's definitely reachable if you approach it in a way that is passion driven and is authentic and unique to you. And to follow your heart and follow yourself and block out any distractions that you might have because you can do it. And I believe in you guys. Thank you so much, Brazil, for having me.